Hi, this is GILA. So, Tommy Robinson lost his case against the Cambridgeshire police. Now, I don't have the legal knowledge to assess the outcome, though I did find it interesting that the commentator Politico, who's followed Tommy Robinson and has been to various of his court cases, believes that the judge made the right decision legally, and I've given a link below to his video explaining that. But what I find troubling is why the police thought it was appropriate to kick out Luton supporters from the pub half an hour before the football match they were watching there ended. Surely they could have allowed all the supporters to remain until the match was over. So according to the judge's ruling, Tommy Robinson and his family were not being specifically targeted in the context of the pub, which was full of football supporters also subject to this Section 35 order, which was therefore surely unfair to everyone there. Now, it would be nice if in some way Cambridgeshire police could bring themselves to give Tommy Robinson and his family an apology nevertheless, and indeed to anyone else they forced to leave before the end of the match on that day. Perhaps there's also a case to discuss whether there is potential for police to abuse their powers under Section 35. Why, if everyone in that pub on that day was peacefully watching the match on TV, would the police have felt the need to disperse anyone? Now, Tommy's next court appearance, this time for the outrageous resurrection of the contempt of court case from last May, is set for this Friday. I've seen talk of a possible delay on the internet, but at present I can't really find any firm facts saying this will definitely be the case. On my previous video, I already said what I thought of this appalling misuse of taxpayers' money to persecute a man whom I believe, from observing his recent video appearances, appears to need more time to recover from his PTSD caused by being held in solitary confinement and partially starved for 2 months last summer. And then Brexit is being delayed. The Article 50 extension is until the end of June at least, subject to the European Parliament voting in favour. Leave surely should have meant leave, and we could have been out many, many months ago, deal or no deal. In my opinion, the deal Theresa May got us was frankly pathetic, and I'm not surprised it was kicked out by Parliament. It was in essence committing us to remain within the framework of the EC for years to come. Now, democracy literally means the rule of the majority. But here, the majority decision of British voters to leave is effectively being, at the very best, watered down, and at the worst, ignored completely. Indeed, I heard UKIP leader Gerard Batten recently talking about how he considers that our Prime Minister and Parliament are, in effect, trying to sabotage the whole process, thereby forcing us to remain. Last thing I want to talk about is the appalling murders in Christchurch, New Zealand, at 2 mosques, leaving, I believe, 50 people dead and many injured. Whoever are the protagonists, whoever are the victims, life is or should be sacred. Whatever my own and many other people's deep concerns about the implications of the violent commandments contained within Islamic teachings, the problem here is with ideology, not with Muslims as people, many of whom are good people who, I believe, deserve a better religious path than the one they have been indoctrinated to follow. That surely goes without saying. The only people actually responsible for these horrific murders and similar ones at a synagogue in Pennsylvania, the murder yesterday of a teenage Israeli soldier in Samaria by an Islamic terrorist, mass shootings at schools by disgruntled ex-students, or anywhere else by anyone, are those criminals, whoever they are, and whatever their reasons, who actually carry them out. Responsibility, honesty, integrity. These all seem to be in short supply these days, maybe not so much among many ordinary people, but among many of those who report and skew their reporting of current events, or those who govern us. Now, politics has generally always been a somewhat nasty business, whatever the mode of choosing those who govern us. But it is nevertheless sad to see so much hysteria and knee-jerk bias taking the place of truthful and objective analysis. And frankly, so many pathetic excuses replacing the courage to admit that we all, as human beings, whoever we are, can make mistakes. No man or woman is an island, to quote John Donne. And never call to ask for who the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day. Goodbye for now. Thank you.